Yeah, good morning, everyone. Welcome to this webinar. I hope I am audible there. Can
Yes, sir.
yeah, thank you. Thanks for confirming. Okay, so as you know, this is a webinar on cloud computing. So today we will try to see we will try to address some very basic and very important questions here. Like, what is cloud computing to begin with? Then who can learn cloud computing? What are the pre-requirements to learn cloud computing? It's a very, question that it's a very common question. I can say like this. It's a very common. It's a very important question. You should know, like, who can learn cloud computing, who are eligible to learn cloud computing. So we'll see in more details. Okay. Then once you go with cloud computing, or suppose once you're done with your cloud computing, what about jobs and salaries and offers and all those things? So these are the three major questions we will try to understand, or we will try to address today. Okay, and I'm Shakeel here. I'll be taking you through this webinar on cloud computing. And if you have any queries or if you have any questions regarding this cloud computing in middle of the session, it's a simple request, my friend. Just try to use a chat box. Okay, there is a chat box here. I'm sending a message in the chat box. I just said, hello, everyone. Okay, so I just send a message there. So better use the chat box. Now at the end of the session, if there is if you want to talk to me directly, then okay, we can go with that session at the end of the session. Okay, but in middle of the session, if there is any question, please use the chat box so that our session can be more organized. Fine. And by the way, this session is recorded, and this recorded session will be available on YouTube. This DURGASOFT people have a YouTube channel, so this session will be uploaded on YouTube within like 2 hours of our completing the session. Okay, fine. So let us go with our cloud computing webinar. And the first question, like I said, is what is cloud computing? Okay, I'll take you through some definitions, but definitions are not so easy to understand every time. But let us see the definition first, and let us try to understand things in an easy way. Okay, so there are many things here. I hope these things we will see in coming session. This is not the time for us to see all those things. Okay, this is one definition. That is a very simple definition from Amazon. What they say cloud computing is the on-demand delivery of IT resources over the internet with pay-as-you-go pricing. Okay, we'll see in more details what exactly they are trying to say here. Let us complete the definition first. So cloud computing is the on-demand delivery of IT resources over the internet with pay-as-you-go pricing. Instead of buying, owning, and maintaining physical data centers and servers, you can access technology services such as computing power, storage, database on an as needed basis from a cloud provider like Amazon Web Services. Amazon Web Services. Okay, this is what cloud computing is all about. But again, definition is definition. So let us try to understand things in an easy way. If you want to understand cloud computing, you should know something about a computer network. Cloud computing is all about computer network. So let me just take you through one computer network so that you can understand things in better way. Okay, fine. This is a computer network. Whenever you go to any company, every company has a computer network, and every company computer network will look like this. See here, what are the devices you can see here? What are the major devices you can see? Of course, computers will be there in every computer network. It can be a desktop machine or it can be a laptop machine. That's a very normal device we are using from many years now. Okay, and there is some other device called firewall here. It's a separate dedicated device. Firewall is the device that will protect our network from hackers and protect our networks from unauthorized access. Okay, so there is a firewall there. Now there is a device called router here. I'm not talking about router that we have in our home. That is actually only access point. The router that we have in our home, that is the router used to share internet connection. That's it. But there is a separate dedicated machine in a computer network that is called router, And the work of that router is it will make communication between your network and the other network. This is your network. This is your company's network. So what the router will do, it will make communication from your network, or it will make communication between your network and the other network. The other network can be a branch, your company branch. Like suppose you're working in a company with the name ABC. That company has a branch in a city like Hyderabad, a city like Delhi, Dubai, somewhere in Australia, and somewhere in Brazil. So how to make communication between all these branches? By using this router, we can make communication. Okay, we'll see router and firewall in more details in coming classes, but as of now, this is a brief introduction about all the devices. So firewall is for protection, router is for making communication. Now there is one more device here called switch. We can see clearly whatever devices are there in this computer network, all the devices are connected to switch. So switch is acting as a centralized device to which all the end devices are connected. So what are the end devices? A router is an end device. Here we can see a printer, that is an end device, a computer and a desktop is an end device. Okay, so all these are end devices. Now, the most important device in any computer network is a server. You know, all the other devices like firewalls, routers, and switches, they are there in the network because of server. If there is no server, you know, we are not making a network in a way. So server is the most important device we have within a computer network. See, a computer network can be public or private. Public means it is over the internet. Like, you know, when you say youtube.com, you're connected to YouTube server. When you say facebook.com, you're connected to Facebook server. Or whatever you are accessing over the internet, you are connected to some server. So server is the most important device over the internet, and within our company also server is the most important device. Okay, so the whole network is designed around this server. Now listen, my friend, to get a proper answer for this cloud computing, or what is cloud computing, you should get some proper idea about this particular device, that is a server. I repeat, to understand or to get a proper idea of cloud computing, our server concept should be very clear. So let us try to focus more on server today so that we can address all the questions related to cloud computing. No need to worry about firewalls and routers and all the other things as of now. This we'll see in our coming classes in more details. Okay, fine. So what is a server? Okay, I'll do one thing first. I'll just try to remove one device here. I'll get more space to write many things here. Okay, fine. So still it is a computer network. We can understand everything clearly. Now, what is a server? Whenever you hear the terminology server, you know, if you have some technical knowledge, if you have some technical background, you may be thinking two answers here. One is server is a hardware, and the other answer is server is a software. When I say software, I'm talking about operating system. So if you are thinking server is a hardware and server is a operating system, you're 100% correct there. So let us just go deep into server. Server is a machine that is there in a company and that is there in a computer network to serve the request of user or to serve the request of client. Like for example, when you say www.gmail.com, you are getting a message from Gmail. You are getting some, you know, answer from Gmail. Whatever web page you see there, that is the answer from Gmail server. Suppose you say facebook.com. So once you say facebook.com, you will get a response from Facebook. So what is a server? Server will provide services to the user. Whatever you are trying to access over the internet or within the company, you will be connected to some server. Okay, and by connecting to that server, you can get all the services there. But how server will look, how it is designed, okay, how it is working, all these things we'll try to understand. Like I said, if server is a hardware machine, like right now you're using maybe a desktop machine somewhere or a laptop or even your mobile phone, right? These are your hardware devices. Laptop is hardware, desktop is hardware, and even mobile phone is hardware. So what is common in all these devices? if I go with server hardware, or if I go with a computer hardware or a laptop hardware, what is there in a computer hardware and a laptop hardware? There are certain hardware components, like there is a motherboard, there is a processor, there is a RAM, there is some hard disk, there is some storage, there is some backup there, or there is some, power supply, there is a NIC card. So there are different components available within your laptop, within your desktop. And if you go with a mobile phone also, there is a motherboard inside, there is a processor, there is a RAM, there is a storage, there is some operating system. So whatever is there. So most of the devices, the hardware will be same. So in our server also, my friend, there is a CPU, there is a RAM, there is a storage. Storage is your place where you save your data. Okay. There is your NIC card, etc. These are the most common components we have in any device, and these are the same components we have in server. If you just go and look at your, let us say, laptop, same components will be available. If you go and look at your router, same components will be available. If you check your firewall hardware, the same components will be available. So components are same in each and every device. Got it? Components are completely same in each and every device, but the components size and the component speed will be different. What is meaning of size? Size means, for example, how much GB hard disk you have in your laptop. Let us say 1 TB or maximum 2 TB, right? I'm not sure anyone is here who is using more than 2 TB hard disk. Although it is possible to use more than 2 TB hard disk in a computer or a laptop, but in majority of cases, we will go only with 2 TB hard disk, right? So 2 TB hard disk is more than sufficient for us in a computer or a laptop. What is hard disk? It is your storage. Got it? But listen, my friend, if you go with a server, 2 TB hard disk is like, it's very rare. 2 TB hard disk is no way sufficient in a server. Maybe you're having 20 TB hard disk, maybe you're having 200 TB hard disk, maybe you're having 2000 TB hard disk, or maybe more. Now see the difference. In computer, we have the hard disk, in server, we have the hard disk. But what is the major difference? The capacity is to differ here. Capacity is more in server. Okay, I'll take one more example. How much GB RAM you have in your computer or laptop? Let us say 8 GB to like 16 GB is very common nowadays, right? If you're using less than 8 GB, you're using very less actually. And if you're using more than 16 GB, maybe you're using more than 16 GB because there is a requirement for that. So unnecessary, you should not take more than 16 GB RAM in a computer. Between 8 to 16, your laptop or computer will work very well. So that much RAM we have. So 8 to 16 GB. Okay. Now coming to server. In server, we can have 32 GB RAM or 64 GB RAM or 128 GB RAM or 512 GB RAM or 2 TB RAM or etc. See, that is huge, right? What I said just now, if you're having 8 to 16 GB RAM, that is more than sufficient for you to run most of the applications. Okay, in case if someone is there who is working on multimedia, graphics and animation, all these platforms, then maybe he need 32 GB RAM in a laptop or a desktop. But 95 to 97% cases, everyone is not working on multimedias and animations, right? So 95 to 97 or up to 98% cases, 8 GB to 16 GB is enough. But in server, in many cases, 512 GB is also not enough. Okay. Now, I hope the concept is clear. We are learning something about server hardware and we are comparing server hardware with our computer hardware so that we can understand things in a better way. So we have the same hardware components, but the size and the speed in a server will be much more higher, much more faster than your normal computer and a server, normal computer and a desktop. Okay. Now, how much money we spend on a server machine? or how much money we spend on a laptop. Let us go with this first. Suppose imagine you are taking a laptop with i5 or i7 processor, and that laptop has 2 TB hard disk. Okay, i7 processor, 2 TB hard disk, and suppose there is a 16 GB RAM. So I can say that is a very, very high configuration laptop. Okay, but you know how much money you need to spend for that laptop? That laptop may cost you around $1,000 to $1,200. If you're familiar with the hardware, if you're familiar with the pricing and all those things, that laptop will cost you $1,000 to $1,200. That is approximately between 80,000 Indian rupees to 1 lakh Indian rupees. Got it? That much money we have to spend. Now there is some money to buy one single laptop. There is some money for sure. But you know, in our server, what we said, server is a machine that has more hardware, right? Like there is more RAM, there is more hard disk, there are many CPUs. Okay, I'll just show you one basic photo here. The server motherboard, then things will be more easier for you to understand. Don't worry about all the things I have written in this slide. We will come to this when time comes. But as of now, can you see here clearly, my friend? There are two motherboards here. One motherboard is a computer motherboard and another motherboard is a server motherboard. Now this is a computer motherboard, and can you see there is one processor here? It can be i3, it can be i5, it can be i7, whatever, but there is only one processor available. But once you go to server motherboard, that is on right side of your screen, one processor, two processor, three processor, four processor. See, there are 4 processor slots available here. So now, do we need 4 processors in a server? Maybe we need more than 4 also, or maybe we need 2, or maybe we can take 1 also. It depends on the server. But see, it's a very clear difference here, right? Computer motherboard has only 1 processor, whereas the server motherboard has the option of 4 processors. Okay, one more thing. This is your RAM slot, 1, 2, 3, 4. There are totally 4 RAM slots in our computer. But coming to server, see, there are totally 8 RAM slots here, 16, 24, totally 32 RAM slots. Now things should be more clear for you. So server motherboard is much more, you know, having much more hardware capabilities compared to a desktop or a laptop motherboard. Got it? Now, how much money a company have to spend to purchase a server? Let us say on average $5,000 on each server. So it can be $3,000 or it can be even $20,000 on one physical server. How much? It can be $20,000 on one physical server. Okay, well, wait a second. HP servers. You know, whatever companies are there that manufacture your routers and switches, sorry, that manufacture your laptops and computers. Maybe someone is using a Toshiba laptop here, or HP laptop, IBM laptop, Dell laptop. These are the companies that manufacture your laptops, right? Now, these are the same companies that will manufacture your servers. You can see clearly. Okay, I'll go to through 2 servers here. This is one server and this is another server. See here, how much is the cost? Let me just show you the server physically first. It looks like this. There is a power button here, and see, it is looking like your desktop machine, right? We can see the options same here. Whatever. How much is the cost of this server, my friend? The cost of this server is 3,84,000 Indian rupees. 3,84,000 Indian rupees is the cost of this server. Why it is 3,84,000? Because of the configurations that we have here. See, there is something called processor and there is an Intel Xeon processor. And if you select the processor type here, the price may increase starting from 99,000 and it can go up to 1,15,000 only for the processor. So it depends on the processor that you are selecting. The price will again go up, or price can again go up. Okay, fine. So this is one server. We will see in more details in coming classes. But as of now, let us go to some other server. And see here, it is 8,90,000 Indian rupees. This is nearly 9 lakh Indian rupees. There is some money, my friend. There is some money for sure. This is from which company? This is from Dell company. Can you see here, Dell EMC? Okay, it can be storage actually, but whatever. we have this server with that much configuration. And see here, in processor, there are two options available here. The first one is selected, but if you want to go with the second option, the second processor, plus 44,000. That means the processor is having much more better features. So whatever, the price will simply increase here. So if you go with only 9 lakh Indian rupees, that is costing too much, right? That server is costing too much. 9 lakh Indian rupees will be like how much in dollars? It will be around, or it will be approximately $8,000. So remember I told you a server can be, we can get a server in like $1,500, or we can go up to like 15,000 or more. It depends on your hardware configuration, how much hardware you are taking here. Fine. I hope you are able to understand me, my friend. And one more thing, remember I told you, the chat box is always open. So whenever there is a question, whenever there is a query, whenever you have any doubt, or whenever you want to say something, please use the chat box and you can send your questions and all those things. Okay, fine. That is your server hardware. But like your computer or a desktop, a hardware is just a hardware without operating system. Can we run a hardware, or can we use a laptop if there is no operating system available? It's a very simple answer, no. We cannot use a laptop or a desktop without any operating system. So normally, which operating system we are using nowadays in our laptops and desktops? It can be Windows 8, Windows 10, or even Windows 11 is also available, right? These are the three major operating systems you see in majority of computers. Okay, there are some operating systems from Linux also, but 90 to 95% cases, you will see Windows 8, 10, and 11. Now, one simple question. Do you think operating system is free, or do you think the softwares that we use are free? Can you please answer in the chat box? It's a very simple question. What do you think? The operating systems or whatever softwares we use in our computer, are they free? Yeah, I got an answer here. Nagendra, it is not free. He's saying no. I'm getting one more very good answer here. Trial version is free. Excellent. So most of you are saying no, and some of you are saying like trial version is free. So when I say trial version is free, it is free for like, maybe 90 days, or it is free for up to like 6 months. I'm not sure there is a software which I have seen in my career, which is free for more than 6 months. So it is free only for some time. But see, in a company, we cannot remove the software after 6 months, right? So yeah, something is free for some time, but it is not free for every time. So what I'm trying to say here is, we need to pay money on the server hardware. Let us go with computer first. We need to spend this much money on our computer hardware, and then we need to take the license for Windows 8, Windows 10, and Windows 11. We have to spend money there also. In the same way, my friend, when you spend money on the server machine, that is not enough. That is not the end of the day. We need to spend money on the server operating system also. Now, these are the two major companies that provides you server operating systems: Windows Server OS or Unix or Linux. We'll see this in more details in coming classes. What is Windows, what is Unix, and all those things. But as of now, there are Windows Server operating systems available, and Unix or Linux. Windows is free up to like 6 months. Then we have to pay huge money. We have to pay money for license, and we have to use it. If you're not paying money for license and if you're using it, it is a crime actually. And there are many more technical things we need to see, but as of now, we have to pay money. And if someone is here from Unix or Linux background, someone is a Unix administrator or Linux administrator, they know this very well. Most of the people, they say Linux is free. Linux is free after 6 months also. Okay, if they say, or if I say Linux is free after 6 months also, I'm not completely correct here, or I'm not completely incorrect. Normally, there is a perception in the market. People say like, okay, Linux is free compared to Windows. Windows people will charge a lot of money. Linux people, they are not charging any money. That is not 100% correct, my friend. Linux also, we have to pay money at some point. There is something called support. Whenever you are taking support means you are working in the company as the administrator. No administrator on the face of the earth can say, okay, I can do everything in server. I can configure everything. I can troubleshoot everything. That's literally not possible. Okay. So when you take support in Linux or Unix, yeah, when you get this support, then we have to pay money. So whatever it is, we have to pay money for the physical hardware, that is for sure. And we have to pay money for the operating system. Then on top of this operating system, we are running our application. The whole story is about application. Let me just take you to one more slide here. Yeah, this is the best presentation actually. See here carefully. This is your server hardware. We have seen the server hardware very well. At least, we have seen the basics, so we can understand things very well. Then server operating system, like Windows or Linux server operating system, that is also like, I hope it is more clear for you now. Then what is the use of taking a server hardware and running the server operating system? The main use here is for applications. Web server. Can we connect to internet without connecting to the web server? No. Everywhere there are web servers available, right? So when you connect to the web server is like an application. So where is it web server running? It is running either on Windows Server OS or it is running on Linux Server OS. And where is this Windows or Linux Server OS running? It is running on some server hardware. So whatever applications you are connecting from your mobile phone or whatever applications you are connecting from your laptop, whatever websites or whatever applications you are connecting, all the applications are running on server operating system, and that server operating system is running on server hardware. This is the whole story of a server. User means that is you and me. Right now we are connected to Zoom meeting. That means we are a user. As a user, we are connected to Zoom application. So where is that Zoom application running? Okay, it is running somewhere in Zoom company, but it is running on a server operating system. And that server operating system is running on a server hardware. Now, I hope everything is clear, my friend. I'll just wait here for 30 seconds. If you have any questions or queries regarding whatever we have discussed till now, we'll see all those things and hopefully we can move to the next part. See, we have not yet started anything about cloud computing, but now we will try to understand what is cloud computing, how it is going to help us. Okay, so please be, more open. Try to send all your questions and queries in the chat box. In case if there are any till now. Hopefully I'll get many questions by the end of the day or end of this session. But as of now, I'll just wait for like 30 more seconds before I move to the next concept. Okay, fine. So I hope everything is clear. That's good. So let us move. Okay, I got a question here, like how different this course is from earlier CCNA related to network. See, I'm a CCNA certified person. Even I went till CCIE. I can't see the name here. I can see just Galaxy here. You can see, I think that's your mobile phone. But anyhow, how different this course is from earlier CCNA. So I can answer this in a simple way, my friend. I can say this course, if you have to learn this course, there are certain concepts from CCNA that are added in this course. So when I go to the, we have some agenda here for today. Who can learn this cloud computing? So when I come to this question, when I come to this second point, hopefully I'll be in a better position to explain you like who can learn and how this CCNA is related and all those things. Okay, so I got your question. So within like 5 minutes, I'll come to your question. Okay, fine. Now let us move. So we know what is a server machine and we know what is a server OS. But my friend, you cannot see a company anywhere on the face of the earth where the company is running only on one server. That is literally not possible. They cannot take only one server and they cannot run all the services and applications. They may take 30 servers, they may take 50 servers, they may take 100 server, or they may take some hundreds of servers. So they may not take only one server, they can take many servers. I repeat, they can take many servers. So suppose, imagine, we will take a basic example. They have taken totally 100 servers. Like I said, one server is not at all sufficient. Now they have taken 100 server. But after they took the 100 servers, how much each server will cost them? 5,000 for the hardware and they need to spend some more money on the operating system. So let us say each server is costing them $6,000. Now 100 multiplied by 6,000 will be how much? Sorry for my writing. It will be 600,000. That means like $6 lakh. Now, if you can calculate the $6 lakh in Indian currency, you know how much it will be? It will be huge. Let me just calculate here. Okay, 5,000, or let us say 6,000, right? Each server, approximately, they need to spend 6,000 multiplied by 100. So 600,000, then multiply by how much is the currency now? I guess 77. So say they are spending approximately 4 crores 60 lakh Indian rupees only on servers. So when a company is starting their business, they are spending 4 crore Indian rupees or 5 crores Indian rupees only on server. Now, if you say that is not a big money or that is not huge money, maybe you're a very rich guy here, but you know how much money we may have. 5 crores is still a very huge money, right? So whenever a company is starting the business, my friend, they need to spend nearly 5 crore Indian rupees on servers. That is server hardware and server operating system. And that is a huge money. And they need to spend money on firewalls, networks, and switches and all those things. Now, on this point, we can just move ahead in our webinar now. Now, let us see what is cloud computing, how it is helping us. You know what cloud computing will do? Cloud computing will do, or cloud computing is saying, okay, instead of, listen carefully, please. Instead of buying and owning this 5, or instead of buying and owning this 100 servers, I repeat, my friend, instead of buying and owning this 100 servers, you know what you can do? No need to take any server in your company. Just come to us. Cloud provider are saying, no need to take any server in your company. Just come to us. We will provide all the hardware that is needed for you. So what is cloud computing? Cloud computing is on-demand delivery of IT resources. What is cloud computing? It is the on-demand delivery of IT resources. So when I say IT resources, I'm talking about servers here. So this is what cloud computing will do. So a company like Amazon, or a company like Microsoft, a company like Google, company like Oracle, HP, IBM, Citrix. So these are some of the biggest companies we have all over the globe, right? So what these companies are doing, these companies are offering us something. They are saying, listen, why you are spending this much money on your local data center? Why you are spending that much money on your 100 servers? No need to spend any money on your servers. Okay. So what you can do, how you can run the applications. Let me just show you some data center. So this is the Amazon data center located at some place. We will see all the data centers in coming classes. See here, this is the data center located somewhere. And see the size of the data center. All these are servers, my friend. And this is not the only data center. This is one of the photo actually they have taken from one angle. There will be many racks and there will be many lanes like this. So what Amazon people will do, Amazon people are saying, listen, no need to maintain the data centers in your location. No need to spend 5 crore Indian rupees on servers. No need to buy them. No need to own them. No need to maintain at your location. We have all the infrastructure for you. We have all the servers for you. You just come to us and run your applications on our server. Amazon people will provide the hardware. Amazon people are the cloud people. They will provide the hardware and they will provide the operating system. They will say, we have each and everything. We have the hardware as well as we have the operating system. So you just come to us, run your applications on our hardware and on our operating system. What they have to do, or what we have to do, we just need to go there and we need to run our hardware and we need to run our applications. So what it says, cloud computing is on-demand delivery of IT resources over the internet with pay-as-you-go pricing. Means they are saying, use our data centers and run your applications, and how much you use, that much you can pay. Maybe you can pay like today, Before you start using, you can pay some money. After you start using, you can pay money, or after 1 month also you can pay money. That is cloud computing. So whatever is there in our local data center, everything we can move into the cloud data center. So in local data center, what we have to do, we need to maintain the servers, physical connections. We need to bring the physical servers. We need to install the operating system. We need to maintain the database. We need to maintain the data centers. We need to maintain the backups. Okay, we have like all sort of things to do. But in cloud computing, the cloud computing provider like Amazon, Microsoft, Google, these people, they will maintain everything for us. And they are saying, no need to have this headache at your side. We will maintain each and everything for you. You just come to us and run the applications. Like say, run your website on our data set. I repeat, run your website on our data center and pay for your usage. I'll give a very, very simple example. You know, we will get electricity in our home. Yeah, we'll get power supply. I can say with 100% guarantee, my friend, 99% people all over India, they are using power supply that is coming from some government agency, right? Or from private agency. Anyone here in our, like, you know, there are totally 15 people in this seminar. Anyone here who is generating electricity in his home or in her home? No, right? We are getting electricity from some other place. And what we are doing, how much we are consuming, that much we are paying. Like 1 month, maybe you will get 700 rupees as your electricity bill. Next month, you may get like 3,000 rupees. So why this month 700, why next month 3,000? Because maybe next month we are consuming more power. Maybe there is some function in your home, so we are consuming more power. So electricity bill will come according to our consumption, right? How much we are consuming, that much bill we are getting. But are we generating electricity in our home? No, there are some special places or separate places where people are generating. So those people are saying, no need to worry about electricity. We will generate it and we'll provide the services. You just use and you just pay. Okay, so 99% people will go for that way, right? But you know, there are some multi-billionaire people, rich people. They may have the option of, you know, providing some backups in their home. Got it? What I'm trying to say. Still, there are some people they can see like maybe there is no power in whole city or whole area, but still there is a power in their house. So like there are still very few people who have the backups or they can generate some power in their home. But overall, when you see the general, you know, scenario, 95, 98 or up to 99% people, we will just use the electricity provided by some other person. So that is the best example we can take for cloud computing. So nowadays, we are not seeing this data center. We will not see firewall in our company. We will not see router in our company. We will not see 100 or maybe 20 or maybe like 2,000 servers in the company. What company will do? They will say, okay, let us go to this Amazon. Let us create our Amazon. Let us create an account in Amazon and let us connect to this Amazon data center and let us run our applications. We are simply running our applications here, my friend. We are simply running our applications. Wait a second, please. Hardware is not under our control. The server operating system is not under our control. The cloud provider will maintain everything for us. We just need to run the application and our business is running smoothly. So see how much money we are saving here. Do I need to spend 5 crore Indian rupees on day one? No. With zero investment, we can start running our business. With zero investment, we can start running our application. So this is what cloud computing is all about. It is an on-demand delivery of IT resources over the internet with pay-as-you-go pricing. With pay-as-you-go pricing. And what it says, instead of buying, owning, and maintaining physical data centers, you can access technology services over cloud. And Amazon is one of the cloud provider. In the same way, Microsoft is again a very famous cloud provider. IBM is a cloud provider. Citrix is a cloud provider. Salesforce is a cloud provider. So like this, there are many cloud providers. See, this is the best presentation in a way. You can see servers, storage, applications, network, database. Everything is running on cloud. So no need to have the headache at our side, at our data center. So everything we can simply upload on cloud and we can run. Normally people say cloud is a new thing and cloud is a new technology. No, my friend, cloud is a continuity. Cloud is there from many decades and many years actually, or many years or many decades. Cloud is your computer network. So instead of maintaining computer network at your location, we are maintaining computer networks at some other location. So these are your virtual networks. I hope you understood what is cloud now. It took more time for us to learn what is cloud. So remaining things will be much more easier for us to see actually. So again, I'll wait for like 30 seconds in case you still have any questions or doubts. Hopefully we can address those things and we'll move to like who can learn cloud computing and what about jobs and packages. So the question was earlier, the question was how it is related to CCNA. So I'll just address that question now. Now is the right time to go with that question. Okay. Now let us see who can learn cloud computing. Now listen, my friend. This answer is a bit tricky answer, so please try to listen carefully. Normally people say there are no pre-requirements for cloud computing. That is what you keep on hearing anyway. What they say, there are no pre-requirements for cloud computing. But my friend, if someone says there are no pre-requirements for cloud computing, frankly speaking, they are simply lying. Okay, maybe there are no pre-requirements or there is no pre-requirement you should have about cloud computing. But remember, I told you cloud computing is not altogether a new technology. It is a continuity. So to learn cloud computing, there are certain pre-requirements. What are those pre-requirements? Let us try to see here. Now, these are the pre-requirements you have to learn cloud computing. So if you know this, then learning cloud computing will be much more easier for you. Like operating systems, Windows and Linux operating system. The operating system that we use regularly for many years and decades is our client operating system, right? Windows 7, or before it was Windows XP, then Windows 10 and all those things. But this is not that operating system. That is your server operating system. If anyone is here in this webinar who is a Linux administrator, the full Linux administrator, then that is great for him. If anyone is here who is having the networking concept, that is CCNA, then it is great for him. Learning the full administration is always great for him or her. It is always great for the person. But without getting the knowledge or without having the knowledge of Windows servers and Linux servers, can we go with cloud computing? No. Because what we do in cloud, we are running some applications, we are running some operating systems, right? So you should have the knowledge. Now see here what I have done in my syllabus. I'll just try to show you some brief syllabus. In more details, I'll take you in coming classes. So this is AWS syllabus here. Now see, introduction to servers, introduction to Windows servers, introduction to Linux servers. Okay, differences between Windows servers and Linux servers, commands and basic configuration we use in Windows servers and Linux server. So it is not possible for anyone, my friend, to go with cloud computing without having the concepts of server. If you know the complete server administration, like I said to you, that is well and good for you. But if not, you should know at least some concepts. So whatever concepts you need to know, I have added all the concepts here that we will see. Now, beside the server concept, the networking concepts. The question was about CCNA. CCNA is one of the most famous networking codes. So what you're learning in CCNA, you're learning about public and private networks. You're learning about IP address. You're learning about port numbers and protocols. You're learning about routing. You're learning about firewall and network address translations and all those things. Without understanding these concepts or without having the knowledge of these concepts, you cannot understand maybe like 30 to 40% of cloud computing, my friend. I repeat again, without understanding these concepts, you cannot learn 30 to 40%. That is a very major percentage, right? So you cannot understand that many things in cloud computing. So actually, I'm a CCNA certified, CCNP. I have done many things in networking. Most of the career I've spent on networking and servers, actually, Windows and servers. So whatever you need from that part, from the CCNA part or from the networking part, all these things I have added in our networking. See, we have not yet discussing anything about cloud. We are just, trying to understand what are the pre-requirements. So before you go with the cloud computing classes, we have to know this pre-requirements. So one is your operating system pre-requirement. Another one is your networking pre-requirements. Okay. Where is the syllabus? This is syllabus. See here. I have written what is IP and all those things. It may take like, 4 to 5 classes. If I say these are separate topic, I have added, I'm not 100% correct here. These are part of your cloud computing process. But, normally if I say, I can tell you what is IP addressing in next, 3 to 4 minutes. But will it help you? No, it will not help you in understanding many concepts in cloud. So you should learn things in detail. So these are the things I have added here. And one more thing that you have to know is there is a concept called virtualization. Without understanding the concept of virtualization, you simply cannot understand the concept of cloud, my friend. I'm working on virtualization from 2016 actually. What is virtualization? This is not the time to discuss all those things. We'll see in more details in coming classes, but there is something called virtualization, VMware, hypervisors, Hyper-V, Citrix, and servers. There are many things. So we'll see virtualization. Then things will look more easier for you to understand. So these are the pre-requirement. These are the prerequisites to learn cloud computing. You should have the knowledge of server operating systems. You should have the knowledge of networking. You should have the knowledge of virtualization. Then only you are more than eligible to learn cloud computing concepts. So the course is actually, we can finish the course in around 30 days, but this course is for 40 to 45 days. Why it is increasing? Why those 10 to 12 days extra? Because of these concepts. Because of this concept. So I have to take you through all these concepts from basics till up to like advanced level. So we have to go through all these concepts, then only we will be in a position to understand our cloud computing concept. So cloud computing is a continuity of your computer network. So instead of using a physical network at your location, on-premise physical network, we are simply keeping our servers at some other data center in a virtual environment. So for that, you should know the concept of IP addressing. You should know the concept of servers. You should know the concept of virtualization. So all these things I have added here. So from today, just remember, if you are planning to go with cloud computing, and if someone says there are no pre-requirements, no, my friend, there are pre-requirements, and these are the pre-requirements. So whatever pre-requirements you need, I have added all the pre-requirements here. Okay. Now, jobs and packages. Jobs, people are learning something to make a career, right? So without knowing the jobs, how much demand is there and how much, salaries you may get, it's not easy for anyone to get or anyone to learn something. Okay. Now, I'll just go through one website here. I hope you know this. Ambition Box. So you can go to this and you can search all your technologies, whatever you're planning to learn. Like in our case, it is cloud computing. If you want to go with some other technology, you can search here. You know what these people will do? They will go to the companies, they will meet the real-time people who are working there, and they'll try to get all the details from there, and then they will put all the details here. So this is one of the most trusted website we have over the internet where we can get everything. So let us go with cloud computing. Okay, there is a question here like WAN and LAN topics will be covered in the AWS course. Of course, there is one of the topic that will take one class actually. So when I say types of computer networks, public and private, that is about your WAN and LAN. Okay, now see here. If you want to go and search about any particular technology or any particular job, you can just go and search here. If I go with this Amazon, this is software engineer. Wait a second. Okay, I'll go with AWS, Amazon Web Services. So you can see salaries here. If you go with this cloud engineer, from 1 year up to like 8 years, And if you want to go with like cloud architecture, this is again a big one. Let us go with cloud engineer. We are learning from cloud engineer to up to like, cloud architecture. So see, they are just trying to show you the salaries of people who are working on cloud. So this is a small comparison. This is just for your idea, like what salaries we have, what packages we have. People are getting between this and this. I'm not saying like once you finish your course within 45 days, you are eligible for this. No way. If I say this, then I'll be again lying here, right? So that is not the way. I'm saying once you get the proper knowledge, once you do some extra work, I'll guide you through all these things, actually, how to go for the job and how to go for all these things. So the packages and the salaries will be clearly, you can clearly see here. So these are the things we have here. Okay. So there are many jobs available for sure. Okay. Many companies are looking for people who can work on cloud, because all the companies, they are moving their data centers, their physical data centers from the local physical data center into the virtual data center. So obviously there are more jobs available. There are many packages available. Cloud computing is one of the most demanding codes we have. You're in the cloud computing webinar, so that is not the reason you're hearing this. This is an open fact. Cloud computing, DevOps, these are some of the most, demanding jobs we have all over the globe. And the demand will be there for many more years, because there are very few people who can work on cloud computing till today. Okay. Now there is a question here, how much experience we'll get through this course? Okay, most of the people, they will finish their graduation maybe like 2 years before, 3 years before, and last 2 years, COVID and all those things. We could not do many things here, but anyhow, once you finish this course, you will be in a position to put at least 2 to 2.5 years of experience. If you follow what I'm, discussing here, if you follow the way I'm taking you, then you can put at least 2 to 2.5 years of experience for sure. That much knowledge, that much understanding you will get for sure. Okay, is it recommended for programmer? Cloud computing, like I said, any person can learn cloud computing. There is no need for a person to have a proper background, or he should be from a programming background or a database background, or network administrator or security administrator. No. If you are a fresher, like suppose you just pass out from your college, you just finish your graduation and all those things, whatever masters or bachelors or whatever, you are more than eligible to learn this cloud computing. But remember, I told you there are certain pre-requirements. So if you can learn those pre-requirements, you're more than ready to go with this cloud computing concept. So it is not only for programmers. Okay, I'll just modify the question here. Do we need to have programming language for this cloud computing? The answer is no. That I can say. If you are coming from programming language, then it is, you already have some background of programming. But suppose I'm a fresher, I just finished my college, I just finished my university. So can I go with the cloud computing? 100% you can go with the cloud computing, especially this course, my friend. This course is designed in such a way, like, if you are a completely fresher, you just need to have the internet connection and you need to know how to use the computer. If you know these two things, you are eligible to go with the cloud. Okay, I'll do one thing. I'll just access my account. This is the account I have in my Amazon Web Services. Don't worry about these accounts and everything. We will see in more details in coming classes. Okay, so I'm trying to access my account. Now, what is cloud computing? What you see right now on your screen is cloud computing. Right now, I am connected to Amazon data center. Right now, I'm connected to a data center, which is in North Virginia. There is a data center in Mumbai. Why we need to connect to that data center, Amazon data center, so that we can run our servers. I'll show you a very basic demo here. No need to worry like what I'm showing here. Just for your knowledge, I'll just click on EC2. EC2 will take around 10 days actually in our course. So I'm not explaining anything. I'm just trying to show you something. Like say my server is in name AWS, Ubuntu, Microsoft, whatever. I'll go with Ubuntu. Then there is something called key pair. I'll just go with this key pair. What is key pair? I'm not discussing as of now. How many servers you need? You need one server. If you need, suppose select 450 servers, you can select 450 servers, the number. But whatever, I'm just selecting one server here. I'll just say launch instance. You know, friend, what is happening here? Can you see success means I have created a server in cloud. How much time it took? It took like 15 seconds for me. Okay, if I'm adding all the details, it may take like a couple of minutes. But see my server, what it is showing here, it is showing pending. So I have created a server on Amazon data center, and it should not take more than like 30 to 50 seconds for this server to come up. Still it is showing pending here. I'll just refresh here. See here, my server is running, my friend. The server is running on the cloud. My server is ready. So if you want to go with the physical setup, you know what you have to do in physical setup, this setup. You have to bring the physical server from market. You have to connect. You have to install the operating system. You have to install some applications. You have to make physical connections, assign IP address. There is a huge work we have to do. It may take around 4 to 5 days on average to make a server ready. But what we have done here, within how much seconds? Within 30 seconds, my server is ready. Okay, can I connect to that server? I'm just saying connect. I'm just accessing something. Again, no need to worry what I'm doing here. I'm just trying to show you some very, very basic example here. Okay, where is that one? Okay, I'll just say if you have any idea of Linux administration, you know what exactly I'm doing here. Can you see here? I'm connected to this Ubuntu server. Can you see the number 172.192.39? Let us go to this AWS server now and go to EC2. I hope I'm not confusing you here, my friend. I'm just showing you a basic demo. Can you see the same number here, 172.31.92.31? That means I have just created a server and I am connected to my server. I can do everything that I can do on a physical Linux machine. This is my machine, mkdir. Suppose I'm making a folder here with the name India. Can you see the folder is created in India? So right now I am connected to a server which is running on the Amazon data center. So this is the cloud computing. This is the advantage. We are not maintaining the physical data center. Everything will be maintained by them. We just need to run our servers and we just need to use our servers according to our requirement. Now my requirement is done. So what I can do, I can select my server. I can go to instance state. I can set terminate. That means what I'm doing here, I'm deleting. There is no need for me to have this server now. So if I'm using this server daily for like 3 hours, the Amazon people will charge me only for 3 hours. If I'm using for like, 20 hours, then they will charge me for 20 hours. This is what cloud computing is all about. You're running your servers and you're running your applications on some other data center. So you're not maintaining the physical connections. You're not maintaining the physical data center and all those things. Now see, my server is terminated. If I want to shut down the server, I can shut down so that I can, I can stop the instance and then later I can use. But what I have done here, I have terminated. So my instance, my server is deleted permanently. Now I can just say sign out. Done, my friend. I have just showed you like how to create a server and how to run this server. All these things we need to learn. So this concept was actually this EC2. And see, creating and launching EC2 instance, Windows and Linux. It will take nearly 3 classes for us to complete this one point. Nearly 3 classes. So I just showed you in like 2 minutes, but I need to explain each and every option there, right? So whatever options we need, all the options we need to go through. So it will take totally 3 classes. This is what cloud computing is all about. So the conclusion here is, what is cloud? Let us go back to the agenda. What is cloud? Cloud means it is on-demand delivery of IT resources. That means instead of running the servers at our location, we can run the servers at some other data center so that we can save a lot of money, and how much we are using, that much we can pay. That is the whole concept of cloud. That is one thing. The second thing is, who can learn cloud computing? Remember, there are certain pre-requirements we have to learn cloud computing. So we will see all the pre-requirements there. Okay, whatever we need, we will see each and everything. But if you say like there is no pre-requirements, you're not right here. Actually, you're not correct. You should have some knowledge. Everything we will see, whatever we need. And then jobs and packages, you can just go through the websites. You can ask, like, you can just search many job portal websites and all those things. There you can see how much requirement is there for cloud. This is one of the most, demanding technology we have for last some years. And the demand will be there for many more years because it is still in the early stages of the technology. It's not for like, last 30, 40 years. So whenever there is a technology which is more new, there will be more demand. So all over the globe, there is huge demand for cloud administrators. So I hope I have answered all the three questions so that you understood things very clearly. I hope I have presented things in a better way. So that was a webinar for the day, my friends. So let me just tell you one more thing. The classes will begin from Monday. Monday, there will be a demo session in evening 8 p.m. The classes will begin from Monday. Monday is the first demo. Duration of this course will be 45 days. Instead of 30 to 32 days, why I'm going with 45 days? Because I need to cover everything. I simply cannot say this is the IP. If I say IP, you can just read the number. You cannot understand what is the background of that number. You should know that background. You should know all the details. So for those details, I have added around 10 to 12 days extra. Okay. So this is your duration, and fee for this will be, as of now, 5,000 Indian rupees. If you want to pay in dollars, 5,000, it's up to you, but it is only 5,000 Indian rupees. Okay. Okay. That's just a joke. No need to take that seriously. And what else? Each and every class will be recorded, and each and every recorded class will be provided to you. It's not like for recorded classes, you need to pay some extra money or separate money. No, everything will come within this package. So classes will be recorded and the recorded classes will be shared with you. The starting 3 to 4 classes we will upload on YouTube. After 3 to 4 demo classes, once you pay and once you register for this course, then only the classes will be shared with you. So most of the people, they will join within like 2 days or 3 days, or it depends. So this is the thing. The course will start on Monday at 8 p.m. That is the first demo. We'll see more about cloud computing on that day. And the duration is maximum 45 days. Fees is 5,000 Indian rupees, and each and every class is recorded, and all the recorded classes will be provided to you. Now, if there is anything else, any other question, any other doubt, feel free to ask your questions. This is just a webinar, right? So yeah, Ravi Chandra, it is like 8 p.m. to like 9 p.m. Maybe like time can modify 15, 20 minutes or half an hour here and there. But this is an evening session. It will not start before 8 p.m. for sure. It will start 8, or after some days, maybe 8:30, whatever. But it is between 8 and 9:30. Let us say 8 to 9:30 p.m. These are online classes only, Nakendra. These are online classes only. I said recorded, right? So online classes only will be recorded. So from day 1 till the last day, every class will be recorded. You can sit at any location. Suppose you are sitting somewhere in a remote location, in a village, in a small village somewhere in India. You have the internet connection in your mobile phone. 2 GB you are getting every day, whatever network you are using, right? So that 2 GB is more than enough for you to attend 2-3 classes in a day, or maybe more than 2-3 classes. This is one of the class. So there is no problem in attending online classes. From now, everything will look online only in a way. So just, we need to make a habit of learning online classes, and there is nothing yet that we cannot understand through online. There is just a, people feel like, how can you understand online things? Nothing, man. It will be great for you. Okay, I always get this question, like, is there any real-time project? Okay, I got one more question. Okay, before I come to that question, whenever we do any practical, we should do a practical according to the real-time scenario. So if you're doing a small lab, you need to just think like, okay, how they will implement this particular lab over a real-time projects. Okay, so not only a real-time project, I'm saying like, Whatever practicals we do, we need to make a scenario and we need to do the real-time project there. Okay, I got a message like I'm waiting for the morning 8 morning class. Morning class, I will start after this class actually. Okay, this class is still in the evening, but morning class I will start after this class. Okay, I'll just take you through one of my existing class, like the question came. Now see, labs. So this is some scenario we have to make and we have to do the labs. So what I'm trying to show you here is, whenever we go with any class, we need to make the class look like a real-time project or look like a project. Yeah, but you know, I was supposed to do that, but they have decided something else and they said like 23rd May will be the morning time. Morning at, it will be at 7 a.m. Okay, so the session is done, my friend. Whatever I have to say, I hope I have presented things in a better way. And okay, sorry, man, that's a good question. Who should I contact for further discussion? Okay, I'll just share the number here. Thanks for that question. I forgot to share that number. So this is a number. This is one of the number they use. They have many numbers, but you can contact on this number. It is, you can make a call as well as it is a number they are using on WhatsApp. Sorry, 212143 9246212143. Yeah, so this is the number. You can just call it on this number, and whatever details you need regarding fees and course duration and the link. Monday the link will be different for sure. So on your mail ID or on your mobile phone number that you have registered here, you will get the link so that you can come for this demo class. Okay, yeah, thank you, friend. Thanks for coming and thanks for being here for like 1 hour 15 minutes. Amit, are you coming in evening 9 p.m. class? Amit Ray, I think I've already seen you there for some classes. Anyhow, so I have like good number of people here. So hopefully 8 o'clock class will be very interesting class, 8 p.m. class. So the Monday will be the first demo class. Actually, I'm done from my side. I'm just waiting for, you know, some more questions from your side if there are any questions. Thank you for attending the demo, Nagendra. Yeah, Sheikh Mohammed, no questions. Okay, fine. Okay, Amit, you want to come in 8 p.m. batch? Okay, that is well and good, no issues. Okay, so I guess that's it for today. And whatever questions you have, whatever doubts you have, hope to see you again on Monday at 8 p.m. So no need to worry. You can ask any question related to our course and any questions related to career. So hopefully I'll be more than happy to help you in that regard. Okay. And if in case if you have not received the message or the demo link, you can just contact on this number. This is a number they have there. So they will share all the details with you. Okay, which level of expertise this course is designed for? Okay, now there is some question. You know, you'll be learning the cloud architect level up to cloud architect level. So once you finish this course, if someone asks you to design a cloud network, you will be in a position to design the cloud network. If they ask you to launch some servers, you'll be more than ready to launch servers. If they ask you to manage the servers, you'll be more than ready to manage the servers. This is up to the cloud architect level. Whatever we are learning, Ganesh, it will be more than happy, more than okay for you, or more than sufficient. Actually, there is a terminology I was missing, so I'll repeat again. After completing this course, whatever you are learning, that is more than sufficient for you to work as a cloud engineer or cloud administrator in any XYZ company all over the globe. I can say that much with guarantee. We are starting from the scratch, from the very basics up to the higher level. What we are discussing, what we are learning, those things I'll share with you in more details in demo classes. That is reason demos will be there. But as of now, I can say in this way, that will be more than happy to get your job in this networking field. Okay, that's it, friends. So I guess there are no more questions here. But again, if there are any questions, come on Monday. Hopefully, a couple of days, the link will be there for free. So you can use that link and you can interact with me as much you need. So hopefully you can clear all your doubts. So as of now, thanks a lot for joining today and very good luck for your careers, my friends. So hope to see you again on Monday. Take care. Bye. Am I audible here? I just closed this thing, but I'm not sure if I'm audible or not, because I just got a question here. Like earlier, I thought to learn CCNA from you, but you came up with the new course. Can you just confirm in the chat box if I'm audible or not? If I'm audible, I'll share. Yeah, I'm audible, right? So yeah. See, hopefully CCNA will start someday, but as of now, I'm more into like cloud and the Linux administration. CCNA is one of the most important courses we have for many years, like maybe like 3 decades now. But as of now, I'm not into CCNA, my friend. I'm not taking any CCNA classes. I've just finished one of the CCNA class, or the last CCNA class, maybe in February this year, 2 months before. But as of now, no. But when I showed you this, all these things are from CCNA, not this, sorry, this one. So maybe you're not learning the complete CCNA part, but IP addressing, okay, routing, firewall, network address translation, all these things are from CCNA. The networking side, the public and private networks, all those things. Okay, fine. Yeah, thank you. I'm not sure what's your name. I can say Galaxy. Can you share your name, please? Sundar. Okay, Sundar, fine. Okay, so that's it, friends. That's it for today, and see you on Monday at 8 p.m. Thanks, guys. Bye.